you're watching this, which I know you don't because you explicitly told me you don't watch this, you know that you learned that from me and that is not the way you talk to me, and I have a bone to pick with you.
Hanna Dickinson, happy to have you on the show.
Oh my God, thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to see you. How you doing? Your outfit's fucking popping.
Thank you.
Super trendy.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I was just telling you, I broke a glass bottle on my head.
Yeah.
I've been wearing makeup. Yeah, I know. I've been like dressing up and wearing makeup to like not look like such a hot mess.
Yeah. Although, I mean, they're also like, I don't know, when you walk down with a scar out, that's got to feel like something. Maybe like, don't fuck with me, motherfuckers. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I feel like it makes me look like an alcoholic, which I am. So it's like, I mean, I'm sober, but it's
I was
like.
gonna say, now, are you an active alcoholic?
No, I'm not.
No,
but like,
okay.
Yesterday this guy was like, oh, do you want to go to a bathhouse from Raya? And I love going to bathhouses on dates. But then
Wait, that's a date?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's very intimate. It's very fun.
It is intimate.
It is intimate. That's why it's
French.
scary to do with a strange man.
Like, I don't want you to see my poos through my bathing suit.
You're like, you're not scared of anything.
Yeah, he like lives in
Badass.
Boston, so I was like, what a fun, I'll just meet this guy.
Right.
We'll have a hot date. And then I chat GPT'd it and you can't go if you have a scar.
Really?
If you have stitches.
Oh.
So I like messaged him and I was like, yeah, I actually have 8 stitches in my head, and according to chat GPT, I can't go, but like I'm down to hang out later, and he never hit me back. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably not the hottest.
Or he's not fun. Or you weeded out somebody who wasn't fun.
That's true.
How many first dates have you gone on in bathhouses?
I've only gone on 2 other dates at a bathhouse.
That's such a great, I never thought of that. But I kind of like it.
Like, what is a good date? I have a boyfriend. I don't like dating. Like, I don't, even when I was single, like, I mean, part of the problem was I was like, no, I'm not taking this seriously because I just don't care enough. But then even when I cared, I was like, I can't, like, going on a date is just like, it's just fucking torture for me. I'd rather do anything. I'd rather clean the bathroom. I'd rather write a report, like a book report. Much more.
I feel that way too, but my friend was like, Hannah, you need to get more positive about it. So I'm trying to be more positive about it.
Was that friend a stand-up comedian?
No.
Oh, okay,
of course not.
I was like, that sounds like a very not stand-up comedian thing to say.
Yeah, she was like, you need to have a better attitude and you'll have more fun.
Because
she's not wrong.
Like, have you actually said to her or like said to your friends, like, I want to find someone, like, this is a goal for me to find a partner. I am taking this seriously, or?
No, I'm like you. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'd rather claw my eyes out than go on a date.
Well, yeah. And then for a while I was like, it's not like I can't do hard things. Like, I, love pursuing things, but then I was like, do you even want to be in a relationship? And for a long time I really didn't. And that's why I was like, just not taking it seriously. And then I was like, okay, let me just actually try this once seriously.
And that's with your boyfriend now. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But you knew him through this world, right?
I met him through this world, but I didn't know him previously.
Yeah.
Our relationship started romantically, not as friends.
That's fun.
That's better.
I think that's great.
Everyone says the opposite. I mean, I don't
think it's
care,
great.
but
sometimes you start out as friends, one of you puts the other in a friend basket for life, and you're like, well, that's.
I mean, I don't really,
I mean, friendship is a good core.
I begrudgingly have some male friends because of our line of work, but like when I'm thinking, like when I'm
am I gonna call?
seeking friendship, I'm not looking around to dudes. Like,
No.
Facts.
Yeah. I feel the same way, but I do think meeting guys online, I'm like going the
online
Hinge route, and it's like so basic.
And I feel like
that's the thing, basic, exactly.
Yeah, and the internet dating in general, there's no intimacy in it.
No.
There's this woman, Carolyn Mace, that I've been like obsessed with. She's an author and she writes a lot of woo-woo stuff, but it's not really woo-woo. But she's like, yeah, internet dating doesn't work because you don't have the opportunity to be intimate, just emotionally intimate with a person. The vulnerability of asking somebody out in person there's just a whole different ballgame.
I know. The last 2 guys I was kind of seeing, I met in person, and that felt really fun.
Yeah.
How'd you meet them?
One was through a friend.
Okay.
And then one, I saw him at Pastis from across the room, and I gave him my number.
That's the most New York thing I've ever heard in my life. I love it.
That's my shit. I love giving guys my number because your body knows he's hot. So I don't know if you're gay, I don't know if you're married, but if you're none of those things, here you go.
That's what I did.
How'd the date go with that guy?
It was great. And then we were like, talking for a very long time. I went out to LA. He flew out to see me, and then
cool.
he ghosted me on Thanksgiving. And I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" After texting me every single day for 5 weeks.
So like this Thanksgiving?
Yes, this Thanksgiving, and I was
You
like,
had Thanksgiving plans?
No. He just wrote Happy Thanksgiving, and then I didn't hear from him for 5 days. But if you
That's
text someone every
wild.
single day for 5 weeks,
Yes.
it's weird.
It's because now it's a part of your routine.
Yeah.
So to me, that makes it seem
Wild.
like the ex came back in the picture or something like that. With men, it's usually like an ex that they were hoping would come around comes back.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's when we
Corinne
get the
was
big
right
bucks.
again. Okay, we're gonna put a board here every time Corinne was right about something.
No, it's so interesting because obviously you can tell the difference between when things are just like not vibing or when things were whenever like things are going fine and going great and they're giving you a lot of attention, then all of a sudden nothing. It's always because the ex came back, and I didn't know until I looked into it more like how much more men are attached to their exes than women. And this is not
Really?
this is not, obviously there are some women who are attached to their exes, me, but that's because I have male energy. But like it's like a statistic kind of thing. Like men take a lot longer to get over their exes than women. This has been studied. And when I finally looked into that, it really cleared things up for me. Because I was like, what is going on here? But every fucking time it's that.
Yeah, that was what
He told
TikTok
you?
was telling me. Yeah, because I voice noted him on the Monday after. Because I'm not like mad, right? Like we're not exclusive. I was in LA for a while.
Like, tell
But
me.
just-
But just
Even
have
if we
some
were
communication.
friends
Exactly.
every day and then nothing.
My friend was like,
What are you
just
doing?
say nothing. Just say nothing. I'm like, no, because this
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
it's
I
killing
agree.
me, and this is bothering me. So like,
Yeah.
I need to get this off my out of my system.
And honestly, like ex, to me doesn't bother me as much. I'm like, okay, like
makes sense. Just fucking tell me.
Yeah, you have more of a relationship with your ex. Like that actually hurts my feelings less.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he sent me a very nice text, but it annoyed me that I had to initiate it. But ultimately, it was fine.
What'd you say to him? What did he say to you?
Yeah.
I was just like,
Feel free to read it word for word.
Yeah.
no, my voice memo. I was in LA and it was at 2 a.m. and I couldn't sleep because it was bothering me so
Yeah.
much. Because
Yeah,
I
totally.
am
For sure.
crazy.
No,
That's
not
the human
crazy.
brain. The human brain, when you're used to consistency and you don't get it, there's so many studies with mice on this. The second inconsistency is introduced after consistency, you begin to obsess, even if it's something you don't even give a fuck about.
No, literally. ChatGPT was like, put your phone down and go for a walk. And I was like, this is
when
how you know it's
ChatGPT
bad.
is telling you to do that.
The app that's like trying to get you addicted.
Yeah.
And so I just voice noted him. It was like, look, I want to address the awkwardness. We
Yeah.
haven't spoken, and I don't. Because we had been talking about plans. He flew out to LA, so we were talking about plans for New Year's, and I was like, "Do you want to come to Vegas?" Because we were like talking about stuff. I was like, "I'm going to Vegas. You're welcome to come. No pressure."
Oh, can I come? That sounds great.
Thank you. And then I was like, maybe it was because of that. Like maybe he got scared that I was like trying to make him my boyfriend or whatever. And I
Men hate
guess
a plan.
yeah. And then so I was like, maybe that was crazy, but like you could have just said no. Like it wouldn't have hurt my feelings, but just want to see where you're at. And then he wrote this long thing like. Well, he said he was like seeing someone, and then like things have heated up, and I'm great, I'm smart, I'm attractive, I'm cool.
Right.
Yeah, and but he feels a stronger connection with her, and that's where his
all
feelings
fair.
are.
Okay.
Could have just fucking told you that.
It could have just told
on
me
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like final last words being happy Thanksgiving is very weird.
Yep.
that. It's
That's almost eerie, really.
crazy.
Happy Thanksgiving.
But it makes sense though for like the person he was seeing previously, like the things heating up around the holidays, weather's getting cold. Like this is the time when you kind of people do start panicking about who they're gonna kiss on New Year's.
Totally.
November.
Totally.
Yeah, so you start panicking. You start seeing the club ads on your Instagram, and you're sweating.
No, I was doing that too, hence inviting him.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
totally get it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But it was a bummer because he was very sweet and very kind and cute and made a lot of money. But
oh, wow. There's a lot of good quality.
yeah, a lot of good qualities. So I think it was a bummer, but it
what it is.
happens.
It is what it is.
It's funny because I was talking to Chloe LeBranch about it. I was freaking out. And she was like, Hannah, this is dating. I'm like, no, this doesn't happen to me. And it's
Chloe,
like when it's
if you are watching this, which I know you don't because you explicitly told me you don't watch this, you know that you learned that from me and that is not the way you talk to me, and I have a bone to pick with you. The amount of fucking Chloe text messages I get.
Wars.
The fact that she is she's like acting so cool.
She needed to feel like a sage to somebody, Corinne.
I'm going to flip out when I get off this podcast.
Well, Chloe and I have known each other for years, so we go back and forth. She's like one of my best friends. So we like freak out. And then when Chloe's telling me to calm down, I'm like, shit's getting real.
That is so funny. Oh my God.
Yeah. But I'm just like, I'm so insecure in so many things. But then when a guy dumps me for like, he's not into it or for someone else, I'm like, what the fuck? But like, it's crazy.
No, that's good. I like that.
What? Why are you an idiot?
That's the only energy to have.
Yeah, I was so confused by it, but so I'm trying to put myself out there.
Because like you feel like you're a good time, you would be interested in dating you.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I have my shit, but so does everyone. I mean, I'm 33 at this point.
But also, you're a human being. Like every human being has something.
Yeah.
But you're a woman, so you don't have that much.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I feel like it's easier to fall in love with a woman than it is with a man, but I am unfortunately very straight, and I just don't. I just feel like women are better times. We're more fun.
Yeah, my dad was like, it's hard as a female stand-up. He was like, if only you were a lesbian, you would be in a relationship for sure. I was like, my dad is saying this? Like, what is going on?
What do you know, Dad?
Yeah.
Well, but it is interesting, like talking about men being basic, because I think women are talked about being basic all the time. But I found the same exact experience, like on my limited time on dating apps, is that I had trouble because the men did feel too basic. And like, what like constitutes a basic man? I mean, definitely like, just
vague interests.
Yeah, like khaki pants and a Lacoste shirt.
Yeah, those always on running shoes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
just like, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I like sports. Oh, okay. Like,
yeah, literally, like weekends are like bar, golf.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I like different kinds of wine, and my team is kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I just, what? Ugh. I couldn't.
Yeah, be interesting.
Yeah, and then they all sell themselves as very outdoorsy. I go, we're in fucking Manhattan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How outdoorsy could you possibly be?
Because Central Park, Corinne. Come on.
Like,
Don't
I
be an
like
asshole.
outdoor. I love hiking, but not here.
No one doesn't like hiking, though, right? I mean,
when I was a teen, I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
I was like a
I
real
guess I
mall
was like
girly. I love my people.
I mean, you hike in the mall. It's just indoors.
Like my favorite environment was the mall, but now I love outdoors. But
I'm not really an outdoorsy gal.
yeah, and I think that's fine to say.
I don't know.
I think
though.
that's interesting.
Okay. Some guys
a
are
lot of
like,
people
I don't
are
know.
outdoorsy.
A lot of guys are like, do you ski? And I don't ski. So that's another basic
Are
problem.
you are you against skiing, or you just don't know how?
I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean that to me
But
just
that's
says you
fun.
didn't grow up in enormous wealth. I didn't ski for the first time until I was 30 years old. You can learn now.
I still haven't skied. Sounds fun though.
It does. And it looks fun
Yeah.
and it looks awesome, but I never learned. And I did try to take a lesson when I was 30 and I was getting my ass kicked by
Really?
14-year-olds. And I was like, fuck this.
Really?
And I left the lesson.
I was the toast of my mostly 6-year-olds class. I mean, they released me early. They said you're good to go.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Some people have it, some people don't.
That's true. It's so true. God liked you better in that instance. God liked you better.
That's really funny though. Well, how tall are you?
5'6".
So yeah, okay. I feel like my shortness helped me a little bit with the control with the skiing. It's just like it's easier to balance when you're short, which is why I think most people learn when they're kids. It's easier. You're falling like when you fall, you're falling less.
That's true.
Right?
I think I just get in my head too much, so I'm going really fast, and then I don't know how to stop.
Oh yeah.
And then
And then you think it's Sonny Bono.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just I get in my head too much, and then I can't. My balance is off. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kept falling.
No,
and-
it's difficult and extremely dangerous.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to segue. Is it because you were molested by a gyno at USC?
That's good. That was really good.
Thank you, Corinne.
Yeah,
I really
maybe.
want to talk about this. I'm very interested.
Is your balance bad
I've gotten
because you were molested?
Yeah. That can fuck up your balance.
I guess. Could it?
Could it?
The
guess
body keeps the
so.
score.
It does. Wish it didn't. Wish it
maybe
didn't.
I'm scared of falling on something sharp.
Okay, but this is related. So we're talking about sports. So you were a gymnast?
No, I was not.
Oh, you were just wait.
You were just needed a gynecologist.
I just needed a gynecologist.
Oh. So I'm sorry.
were a
I'm
student-
conflating like this was like the
Like a Larry
Michigan.
Nassar?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
So wait, is this a were multiple people, I'm guessing, molested by the USC gynecologist?
Hundreds.
I went to art school because we didn't have a gynecologist.
This gyno was the USC gynecologist.
Yes.
Oh, and it was a dude?
It was a dude.
I don't trust a male gynecologist.
I don't either.
There's something
I don't either, but
fucking
there's
weird.
many of them.
There's fucking weird.
I
One
was
time in the
delivered by
audience,
one.
one time when I was doing a stand-up show, the guy revealed that he was a male gynecologist, and I go, "Why? That's fucking weird." He goes, I think it's an incredible experience to witness life being brought into the world. And I was like, ugh.
Well, that's why most
that's
people
a good
are
answer.
an OBGYN. It's not because they love checking for yeast.
Yeah,
Or
but
do
if
they?
you're the resident gynecologist
At a
college.
yeah, with
I'm
college
sorry.
girls,
I'm sorry.
there's something off.
There's
Yeah,
something
that's
off.
weird.
So you went to see this gynecologist.
Yes.
I didn't know colleges had I guess if they have like,
I didn't. I mean, I just
They
didn't
have
go
like
to
a
one that
practice
offered
hospital.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had never had a pap smear.
Okay.
And when I told him that, his eyes lit up.
Ew.
And he was like, "You
Lit
have
up?
Like he was just like, "Oh, you've never had a pap smear."
You gotta try one.
He was
baby.
like, "You have to have one. You're 18. At 18, every girl has to have one." Which, by the way, is a made up rule that he made up on the spot. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And then
I feel like if you're not
Ew.
sexually active, you don't need one, right?
yeah, well, I just lost my virginity.
Okay.
But I thought,
We'll get to that.
and
In that.
What?
basically, I had a UTI, but you don't need to have a pap smear for a UTI. You need
No.
to pee into a cup.
Right.
But he told me for a UTI, and because I had never had a pap smear, I had to have one. So he kind of like forced me into this situation.
And you think it's a doctor. They know what they're talking about. They do
Exactly.
not.
And I was like, I'm actually in a lot of pain. I really don't want to have one. Like, I'm scared. I heard it hurts. He's like, it won't hurt with me. Yes. And
Ew, I never want to hear that out of a man doctor's mouth ever.
I'm telling you, he was so creepy the whole time, but I was like, maybe I'm being sensitive.
Yeah.
Because
Been
it's
there.
like,
Especially because it was a new experience for you, so you don't exactly know like what you're
and you're
supposed
a
to be looking
kid,
at.
like you're 18, you're a baby.
yeah. And he was kind of treating it like I didn't know what I was talking about.
Of course he was. Yeah.
So,
It's easy to be domineering to a teenage girl.
like, now I'd be like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the time, I was like,
Okay.
okay. And I also had kind of just lost my virginity. And then, like, I was just like, yeah. Because the point being is when he was doing the exam, he was like, I hate to burst your bubble, but your hymen's still intact. So,
but that doesn't mean
He
you're
said
not
that?
a virgin.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you're not a virgin. If a penis went into your vagina, you're not a, you had sex.
That's God's
yeah,
law.
well, according to
Yeah,
this
it's
guy
straight
now.
sex. Sorry, listeners.
Yeah, I don't know. According to this guy now, I was still a virgin,
Oh.
Okay.
which was weird. He was like giving me back my virginity.
I was like, that
Ew.
actually takes it to the a newer, weirder level.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the whole appointment, which by the way took way too long,
How
and
long?
like I would say it felt like looking back, it was like 30 minutes of this pap smear, which pap smear.
Whoa.
Yeah,
A
like
pap smear's like
Was there
5 minutes max.
Was there a female nurse in the room?
so he put a curtains up all around him. So no.
So there was no nurse. Okay, because legally there has to be, if it's a male gynecologist, now it might vary state to state.
Oh, is that a law?
Yeah, if it's a male gynecologist, I know in Pennsylvania and New York State,
I didn't know that.
there
I've
has to
never
be
had
a
a-
female nurse present for the exam to make sure nothing fucking weird's going on.
I do
because male
remember-
gynecologists are not to be trusted.
Yeah, I do remember there
For the
being a
most part.
female nurse at some point, but she was not there the whole time.
Okay.
And like he was, doing what he was doing. And I was like laughing because I was like, this is so awkward. This
Yeah.
is so uncomfortable. I was like, and then he was like, ooh, we got a giggler on our hands.
Oh,
Like the whole exam was absolutely insane.
oh my God.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And then afterwards I called my mom and I was like, I just had the weirdest.
Oh no.
You knew it was
appointment.
weird right away. That's good.
And my mom was like, well, like he's a doctor, like, because in my mom's defense, she wasn't in the room. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I wasn't telling her exactly what he said. And I didn't want to tell my mom I just lost my virginity. So I was just like,
Yeah. Skirting around that.
Yeah, I was just like, I just had this really weird experience. And she was like, well, I think maybe like you'd never had a pap smear. Like pap smears are uncomfortable. And then it didn't come out until 10 years later that he had been molesting women the whole time.
Did you ever see him after that?
No. So I had appointments to go to the gynecologist, but there were two. There was a woman.
Okay.
And anytime I got booked with him, I would cancel it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going
Yeah.
to see this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's so
Fucking
creepy.
creep. Yeah.
And what were like the accusations for what he was doing to the students there? Do you know?
So mine was like so honestly mild compared to what he did to other girls. So he really liked Asian girls.
Oh God.
Like my friend's Asian, and he was giving her a pap smear, and he told her that she looked like his wife, which is so crazy. And then he loved
This motherfucker just said that shit. Men have some fucking balls.
but he got away with it for years. And so
the molestery guys like this, they just say it, banking on no one saying shit.
because if you say something with confidence, people are like,
Right.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, is this normal?
Yeah.
And then and I feel like especially around like in a school setting, you just kind of like end up just making fun of the person. Like everyone goes like, "Oh, you're going to see the creepy gyno, this week."
Exactly.
It's kind of like a joke on campus when it really like shouldn't be a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So what he would do with girls who were like first generation or like coming over from China, whatever, he was fisting them.
What?
And saying that like that
That's
this
like
is an American.
This is an American
pastime?
Yeah.
Fisting?
Yes. The description, because I, was a part of this big lawsuit, and I saw what other girls reported, and I was like,
I mean, I would guess like some of these people, had like it was like harm to their body parts because a man's fist is not meant
and
to
this
go
was
in.
not a small guy. This was
Yeah.
like a really big guy.
So like, did they like end up not being able to have kids or have like long-term medical issues because of this?
I don't know. I didn't know them personally, but
I didn't know how big the story was. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I mean, I imagine there's like a lot of damage there, but I don't know to what extent.
I'm just gonna like look this
So
up.
fucked up, dude.
It's crazy.
And so a decade later is when the lawsuit happened?
Yeah.
And you were contacted, or did you contact somebody going, yo, this motherfucker pulled some shit with me as well?
So when I read the article, I contacted the school.
Oh, nice. Okay,
And
good.
the school was so horrible about it. They're like, there's nothing we can do. Like, it's...
Yeah, they don't want the bad press.
Yeah, exactly.
It resulted in $1.1 billion in settlements.
Yes.
Wow. That the school had to pay? Because
Yes.
I'm sure they got complaints that they ignored.
Yeah.
Like
No,
yours.
so the president had to step down because apparently he knew about it years prior and didn't want it to come out. So he just kept the gynecologist on staff.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
then he had to step down.
Damn.
It was insane.
Yeah, it's Dr. His name's everywhere if you don't mind. It's Dr. George Tyndall, and there's stuff against him from 1989 to 2016.
Ew.
Oh my God.
And so your friend who was Asian who had that fucking awful comment said to her by the doctor, like, you look just like my wife. Did she come home and was like, Hannah, what the fuck?
So So what happened was I had a joke about this experience.
Yeah.
And she was randomly at a show. Like I hadn't seen her in 6 years.
shit.
And then she was like, "Oh, are you in on the lawsuit?" And I was like, "What lawsuit?" She was like, "With Gloria Allred." I was like, "No." And she was like,
Gloria
"Call Gloria's office tomorrow and try to get in on this lawsuit." So I called Gloria Allred's office, who's like, she's a huge lawyer.
Yeah, she's a fucking star.
And I was like, "Can I speak to Gloria Allred?" And they were like,
No, you cannot.
"No."
All right, fine.
But my friend had met with Gloria. So I was like, "No, I think I can," because my friend told me. And they were like, "No." So then I like got connected to an associate, and I was the last person brought onto the lawsuit.
Nice, right at the buzzer, baby.
Yeah. And had my friend not randomly been at the show, like she came because my other friend came. It was just such a random
serendipity.
Yes. I felt so grateful to her that I got that settlement because otherwise I wouldn't have, because I just didn't know what to do. I felt like hopeless. I was like, well, he did this thing. And when I read the article that he was, in fact, a sexual predator, I was upset, but I also felt a little justified because I was like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew that you knew your spidey senses were correct. And also, I mean, like, a testament to stand-up comedy here. You were using your voice to speak out, and then you were rewarded, and you got help because of it.
That's
Good job, Hannah.
true. Thank you. It's the most I've ever made doing stand-up in my life.
That's when you got money from the college from the guy who hired a molester.
That joke,
great.
got me my apartment.
Nice. Well, congratulations
That's
on
great.
that.
Amazing.
Better than in George's bank account.
Well,
Exactly. And he's dead now. So
Nice.
Oh, he died in prison?
no, he killed himself the night before his trial.
What a fucking
Oh
pussy.
God.
I know.
What a pussy.
Oh, God.
Literally.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yeah. So
Ugh, what a fucking coward.
Disgusting from day one to last day.
Yeah.
Yuck.
What a pathetic way to go out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And this is
I
only
hope
for
his ghost
George. It's
feels
not like
bad.
pathetic if you kill yourself, but it's pathetic if you kill yourself to avoid
accountability.
Your sexual assault against teens trial.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
You were talking about alcohol. You said you got sober, but it was after being assaulted by an Uber driver.
yeah.
So we've heard these horror stories from our listeners and have seen them online, obviously. Like, what happened to you?
It was the night before my 29th birthday. I was out drinking with a friend, and we got in this car, and this guy basically dropped my friend off at 7-Eleven. And
Is that where she wanted to
I was
go?
going to say, was
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
She
with
was
a
like,
guy.
7-Eleven
He was like
first.
gonna go get snacks.
Oh, okay.
And he went to 7-Eleven, and then the guy locked the doors
Oh.
and took off. And literally, that's the last thing I remember.
Oh.
Whoa.
Do you and so you don't remember like your reaction at the time was wiped by whatever he drugged you with because you don't.
He
like,
drugged you?
I
She doesn't
don't
remember, I'm
know.
guessing.
Like I
Or
was
you
really
blackout drunk?
I was really drunk, but like I remember getting into his car, and I
Yeah.
remember seeing him. And then the next morning, I wake up in this house.
Fuck.
This is like a horror story.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
and I
Hannah.
look over, and it's the driver.
Wow.
And I start like panicking, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, oh yeah, we met last night. I was
Met
like,
last night.
no, we didn't. I was like, where did we meet? He was like, we met on at the bungalow because I was in LA. And I was like, no, we didn't. You're my driver. And then I started screaming like, you raped me, you raped me. And he was like, you have to be quiet. There are children in the house.
Oh, okay. So then I won't say you raped me.
So then I was
What?
like, if you don't let me out of this house right now, I will scream bloody murder.
Yeah.
So then he like lets me out of the front door. I'm in the middle of Compton. I go to call my friend, but it's my fucking birthday. So I have all these texts and calls like, oh my God, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday, slut.
Yeah, so I FaceTime my friend, like, and I'm like, I look horrible. Like, I look like Charlize Theron from Monster. That's literally what I look like.
Fuck.
And she was like, oh my God, what happened? And then my phone dies.
No.
And so I'm in the middle of Compton. It's 6 a.m. I'm running down Obama Boulevard trying to find help.
Holy
I run to a gas
shit.
station. I ask for a phone charger. They don't have one. The guy's not helping me. I run to a motel. I ask for a phone. They say they don't have one. I said, can I check into a room so I can
This
get a
is a
phone?
joke.
They're like, no, we're booked. So then I get on the bus. And I'm like, are we going to Santa Monica? Like, I'm a white girl on this bus in Compton. This woman's like, no, baby, we are not going to Santa Monica. And then I see a Starbucks like across the way, like my bus is going this way, but on the other side of the street, I see a Starbucks. So I pull the
Yeah.
bus thing and I run to the Starbucks. And then it felt like a movie. Like I was like, help,
Yeah.
help. And then everyone like stopped, and I was like, I need a phone. So then I like call my dad, and then he calls my friend to come pick me up. And I was I spent the day in the rape center, and
Fuck. At a full exam and everything.
exam.
Yeah. Did you have like somebody explaining like you can press charges, you don't have to, like what?
I did press charge, or I tried.
Yeah.
But
Like, were you able to link it back to the like you had the information from the app?
Well, one of y'all's called
so
for the ride.
I reported him in
Right,
the app, and
right.
they kicked me off the app.
Yeah, well, because I was interested to see how that was going to go, and like I know, like speaking of lawsuits, like I'll get ads a lot of times on my Instagram to be part of like they're like, were you assaulted in an Uber? And I go, everyone was at this time. Like I wasn't.
wasn't.
It wasn't that, but I had to report
had
a
a
guy for
creepy-
jerking off in the front seat while he was driving me. I mean, at a certain point, I was just like, my main goal was just to not get cum on me. But
Yeah.
It's fair.
because I just felt that they just thought it was so disgusting. But then and then they called me right away. But this has obviously been an ongoing problem that they like finally realized they had to tackle. But there is like a lawsuit if you want to hop on that one too.
You should get another
Yeah,
apartment.
there are. I know, it's crazy how many girls. Like I was with the police the next day, like bringing them back to the house because I didn't write down the address
To the guy's house?
Yeah, because I was like, this is where he lives. Like,
Oh, you
this
were
is-
able to remember?
Yeah, because
Good.
it was like so vivid. I was
Right.
like, we have to go down this street, take a right, left, and yeah, I just remember.
Holy crap.
And they get another call. The police get a call that a girl had been raped by an Uber driver the night before, but she didn't want to press charges because her parents would be mad at her for being drunk. And I was like, that is so
Jesus
sad.
Christ,
Do you think it's the same guy?
No, I think the police officers
just
are
a
like, oh, we
different
get calls
guy.
like this every single day.
Okay.
What?
Multiple times a day.
Just like a big problem. Yeah.
It's a really big problem in Miami,
obviously,
Chicago, and Los Angeles.
Wow.
It's like really an issue.
I mean, I guess if I'm a rapist and I want to rape, and I'm like, where's the fucking vulnerable fresh meat? Yeah, taking girls home from the club. Fuck, man.
Yeah. So
And I know these ride apps know it's a problem because they also, some of them have an option where you can request a female driver. I wonder why.
Exactly.
'Cause females don't rape like that.
Well, and then like they send a text message when you're not going in the right direction, and it's not because the guy's bad at directions; it's because he's maybe taking you to his house to rape you.
yeah.
Fuck.
So it's really crazy how
What a
often
mindfuck.
it happens. And when it happened to me, like my friends were like, "Oh, I'll connect you to my friend who this happened to." So I talked to like 3 girls who this has happened to.
Oh my god.
And so again, it's kind of one of those things where it was like,
Were they able to get DNA from the kids?
yes, they were.
Okay.
But at least in the state of California, they say that unless the DNA is already in the system twice, they don't press charges because it's too much he said, she said. So
you have to rape twice.
you have to rape 3 times.
Yeah,
actually.
3 times because
3
it has to be in
times.
the do it twice for the third one to then go.
Yeah.
Fucking
And if they don't have a
kidding me?
record,
That's
then it's not
wild.
real proof that he.
Holy shit.
But a lot of times girls don't report it, so it's not in the system.
Right,
So
right.
he'll get away with it.
Okay.
And also when they did budget cuts to the police in LA, obviously the sexual assault department was one of the first departments cut.
They're looking. They're like, which ones don't we need?
Yeah, so
Which ones help
they're
women?
backed up by like
Sick.
6 months, they said.
Oh my god! And what can you walk us through, like, if you don't mind, your experience with getting the rape kit? Because I feel like we hear so many negative stories that it makes people not want to do it. But I mean, and not like this is like a great story, but at least if we all band together, if the guy rapes thrice, we can get him. If we work together,
Got that thrice raper.
as a team, ladies. Come on,
Girls can.
Let's all report together.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean they have a bad experience?
We just hear so
just
many horror
scared.
stories about like the people not being comforting when you go in, people not believing you, people not having good bedside manner, the rape kit's not being stored properly.
It's just nice to know what to expect too when you get what can one expect when they get a rape kit?
Like you walk in and
we
you
all
say,
hear about
"Hi,
rape,
I need a
but-
rape kit." Like how? I mean, I feel like
Yeah, I actually didn't know anything about rape kits,
okay.
thankfully. And I went back to my hotel. My friend drove me back to the hotel at first. And this is how ignorant I was. I was like, can you call the concierge at the hotel to see if they have a rape kit?
oh, you thought it was like
I understand that.
Yeah, I thought it was
get
like
it.
a, you know.
like a Band-Aid box.
Like a dental kit. Yeah, exactly.
And they had it. Like, oh, we got one right here.
We have gauze. We have.
Yeah, my friend calls the front desk at this hotel in Los Angeles and she's like, hey, do you guys have a rape kit? And
Oh,
the
she did it? I thought you were pranking them.
The guy goes, let me check.
Oh my God.
He's trying to humor you. Oh Jesus.
He's like, yeah, we don't have one of those. So I ended up
to
going to
the
UCLA, the UCLA center, and they were actually very kind.
Okay, good.
Good.
Yeah. And I mean, the police that I dealt with, where one of them was like such a dick
Really?
to the point where the other, he was like asking me who my friend I was with. And then he was like, why'd he leave? Why'd he get out of the car? And I'm like, whoa, like,
Shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
why are you yelling at me?
A man always has to be with you, otherwise you're going to get raped, you little lady.
Exactly. And he was just so aggressive to the point where the other cop, who was like a younger guy, was like, hey, he pulled me aside and was like, hey, I'm really sorry for my partner. Like, we're
tell
really
your boy,
trying
motherfucker.
to. Yeah.
He's a
Tell your
rapist,
boy.
and this is kind of triggering.
Yeah.
literally.
He hates when people report rape.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, this guy is a dick. But that was the only problem I dealt with. I mean,
Okay,
they gave
well,
me
that's good.
sweatpants, they gave me fresh underwear. They gave me like, merch as
Sick. Sick.
My I survived a rape merch.
Sick
Yeah.
rape kit merch.
I got raped, and the only thing I got were these sweatpants.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So this
That's actually
guy,
crazy.
so
I
this
didn't know that
Uber
you got that.
driver, is he still an Uber driver? Because Uber kicked you off the app for reporting?
Yeah, I don't know where he is. So apparently,
Listen up, Uber.
I had to get a friend's dad who's a lawyer to look into the case because they just kind of ghosted me.
Oh my God.
And
That's fun.
Yeah.
They got
it
back
was-
with their ex too.
Yeah, literally. I keep getting left behind. And basically they said that the kid, he was like a younger guy, which I'm like
the rapist.
Yeah, the rapist.
Okay.
He was a younger guy. He was in the house because he was a foster kid.
Okay,
But then
cool. I don't give a
The
fuck.
mother kicked him out,
Still don't give a fuck.
so he's just out there. I don't know where he is.
Okay.
So,
raping. He's
okay.
definitely raping.
Okay. Oh.
He's probably living in his car.
Probably. And yeah, I'm lucky he didn't murder me. Like that's I
pretty
think about
sick.
that all the time.
Yeah.
And it was really weird. Like the next morning when I woke up to him because I was like cold because he had taken my clothes off. He had put a blanket over. He was like putting a blanket over me because I was shivering, and I was like, "That's so creepy to just do this horrible act to someone and then being like, oh, she's cold." Like,
Right.
It's like this.
You didn't. Oh, now you have consideration.
Yeah, it's
Right.
just so odd. And then when I called him a rapist, he looked at me like he would look scared of me, and I was like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was just the
Wow.
weirdest moment of my life where I'm
Whoa.
like, what's happening here?
Wow.
And it was a very odd
Yes.
experience, and I think maybe I was his first.
Rape.
Maybe it just seemed like he didn't know what he was doing. He seemed a little.
Gotta be honest.
First day as a rapist. Didn't
Yeah,
nail it.
like-
Didn't
are you
nail it.
taking feedback?
Yeah, like you seem intimidated by me, and
Weird.
Yeah, it was a
What
very
an odd power dynamic
yeah.
of
So
switching. God damn.
it was very scary, and
So is that what got you sober?
yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I'm never drinking again.
Yeah.
I had always kind of had issues with alcohol. Like I didn't drink all the time or every day or in the morning or whatever. But
That's honestly, I don't really know many alcoholics that did that. Like I feel like everybody holds that as the litmus test. But
exactly,
It's if you have behavior. It seems like alcoholics, like obviously frequency is of course a factor, but it's like when you do things that are out of your character. Like some people get fucking like they cry and yell at you for something the second they start drinking. Like you don't drink every day, but when you drink, you do that. So I don't know.
yeah. And I think it's easier to justify drinking if you're like that, and a
Right.
lot of alcoholics are because it's like, oh, I got like that like a couple times, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
I also think for like, especially for like millennials in this age group, like binge drinking for, especially for young
Huge
women,
thing.
was like a really big thing.
Loved binge drinking at
I
19.
know.
Oh my God. No food in me. I wanted to get drunk as possible. Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah. And at that time too, I wasn't really eating a lot. So I was drinking and not eating, and I was just blacking out a lot. And yeah, I'd been to AA throughout my 20s, but in AA, they had talked about like really sad shit that had happened. And I was like, I'm not there yet.
You didn't hit your
Yet.
rock bottom. Goals.
Yeah. And now I'm the person who's like, yeah, I've got a story.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't keep drinking. Yeah. And yeah, people in AA would always be like, it will get worse. It will get worse. And then it literally
Did.
did. And I
Yeah.
was like, I can't drink again. Which is it. I'm grateful that I'm not drinking anymore. Like something had to change. Obviously, I wish that
wasn't
hadn't
that,
happened,
yeah.
but
Sure.
I think it shifted my life in a direction that it needed to go because I would have kept drinking.
And what were the other effects? Like, did you have to see a therapist? Did you see a trauma counselor? Were you kind of like okay with it mentally? Like, what happened? And how long ago was that?
It was 5 years ago. Almost
Okay.
5
Oh,
years
that
ago.
was not that long ago.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was like talking about it to someone. They're like, "How long ago was that?" I was like, "It was so long ago. It was like 5 years ago." And they were like, "That's not that long ago." But
Pretty
to me,
recent.
it feels so long.
And your life must be very different, especially like you stopped drinking. A lot of things change.
a lot of things.
When you get
changed.
sober, you're present for every second of your life too. So life feels a little longer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel
moment.
like a lot has shifted.
You're really there every second of the
Really
day,
feeling it.
and you're like, "Oh, this again keeps happening."
I went to rehab. So I went to like a trauma rehab.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And
how's trauma rehab?
it's like regular rehab, you know,
Okay.
like you go in. One guy was like, "What are you in for?" It's always like prison. They're like, what are you in for? And I'm like, I was like, "Oh, trauma." And this guy was like, "Yeah, but what substance?" You know, like it is substance, but people, they make it more of a mental health approach as opposed
which
to like
is
just the
fair.
steps.
It also seems like, are there very many people who don't have trauma who are in rehab? It seems like the two are pretty probably connected.
Yeah, I think.
It's like trying to make a specialty when there is none.
Yeah,
No, this is organic. Like,
Yeah, I would say everyone in my group therapy class had some, like I thought my experience was pretty traumatic,
Yeah.
but then you go
Yeah.
into a trauma room in rehab and I was like, my life's
You're being
very
one up.
easy.
Yeah.
Tina was getting raped by her father since the age of 7. I mean, there's some fucked up shit.
No, like people have really
Fucked up
lives. And I went through these like 2 sexual assault things, which is
That's
like
fucking traumatic, though.
Yeah, and it's hard to, I guess talking back to back, it almost feels fake. Like it's like, how does someone go through these 2 things? And I'm like a little embarrassed that I had these 2. I almost feel embarrassed by the fact that
It's really common though, I feel like.
No, it is. And people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And so I felt like going into rehab, like, shit, like I'm going to be so fucked up. And then I like listen to all these other people. I'm like, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I did that. And then I was in therapy for a long time. But I also like I had a couple years where I was not well mentally. Like, and I wouldn't say I was like fully manic, but I would say I had an unstable period. And I got the money from USC 2 months after I got out of rehab. So like,
wow,
this horrible thing happened, and then I got all this money, and I was
that's
sober.
interesting. Is that a mind fuck?
It was kind of a mind fuck because it was like, oh my God, I got all this money, but I also just went through this thing, and I also am sober and trying to cope with all this, and I was spending money
Yeah,
like
that's fun.
a psychopath.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Been there, girl. It's like a power control thing.
Yeah, and I really spent way too much money, and
It happens.
It happens. Can't get it back.
Oh, I was gonna say, is there
Did you
anything
have
you could
fun?
sell?
I did have fun. I did have fun.
That's good.
Yeah, and I bought my apartment, so it's not totally gone, but there's a huge chunk of money that I really wish I had saved, and I just kind of blew it. Like,
Well, I hope you had fun.
Well,
doing
also,
it.
too,
I did have fun.
Yeah.
I went to Mykonos. I went to London.
Amazing.
Yeah,
so you had experience.
Yeah, I
I
did.
did.
Travel, I don't feel like is wasted money.
I think that's great money
I feel like if you
spent.
if you just bought a lot of stuff, or maybe that's wasted. But it's also impressive to blow that much money sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But it's also, I was reading Virginia Giuffre's book, who was one of Epstein's victims who came out first. So she was assaulted by her father, and that, like, she had a whole other string of assaults before she was assaulted by Jeffrey Epstein. But she had an interesting chapter about civil cases. She got a lot of money from the Epstein estates, and she was like, this is weird. But then she explained it. She goes, the trauma that I experienced because of this, I couldn't work. I couldn't do shit. So like, yeah, this is, because she talked about feeling weird about the money too. But it's like, no, but look at all the life I lost because of this. Like, so all of those, like, you spent years fucking from the other assault, but still, like, it's,
Yeah, no, the other one I was also like, USC is a very expensive institution.
Right.
They
You were
charge
paying-
so much money to
and they
be
were
there.
protecting an abuser.
And they were protecting an abuser.
Fuck
so
that.
they should have to pay out.
Yes.
And also, like, I didn't see a gynecologist after that for like 4 years because I was terrified to go. And I'm like,
That's
just
fucked. Yeah.
that's so fucked. And so, yeah, totally. I think money is like, because what else can you give someone? You can't give them back.
You can't give them back their life or their the experience, but you can give them some freedom. With financial, having a lot of money does give you certain freedoms and certain respects.
It gives you the money to be able to take care of yourself mentally, to take care of yourself physically.
You don't have to work like
kinds of
3
things.
jobs. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's paying for money causes anxiety. So it's like the anxiety you feel from something else, it relieves that. So I totally think money is
it can relieve stress in certain aspects.
Especially when these corporations like USC, like Uber, are fucking people and they're making so much money they're literally evil.
Yes.
It's like, take as much as you can. Mm-hmm. But
so you have all this trauma, and then you're still dating, and you did mention to me that you're working on learning how to maybe not, tell this podcast length on like a first date to people that you date.
Exactly.
I have a joke about this.
And so
I do that too.
I feel like this is a perfect topic for a lot of our listenership, and
trauma dumping.
Yeah. Just, it feels, it also, being a stand-up comedian, I think we're living in almost like a different reality of things that we are comfortable talking to each other about, which are not appropriate first date topics.
No. Yeah.
Unless you're on a date with a comic.
No, totally. And I'm so open. So I'm like, so I was on a 3rd date with that guy.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving guy. And I actually think this is probably what led him back to his lover, but he like it all came up. It all came up kind of organically because he was like talking to me. He was like, "Oh, you're doing so well as a comedian," and I was like, "I'm doing okay. Like I could be doing a lot better. I wish I was a lot further along." And he was like, "No, you bought your apartment," and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
Yeah, that's from comedy.
Yeah, and he was
doing
like,
late night.
"Oh, did your parents buy it for you?" And I was like, "No." And
Then you wanted to throw him a real curve.
yeah, I was like, and then I was like, I want it in a lawsuit. He was like, "What's the lawsuit?" And I like had to explain it. And then
So he was asking. For
yeah,
the
he was
time.
asking.
Yeah.
And then we're talking. I had talked about being sober before, and I was like, "Oh yeah, something happened," but I like never said. And then on the date, he was like, "So like, what made you get sober?" I was like, "Something happened." This is like later in the date, and he was like, "Did you get arrested?" And I was like, "No, I did not get arrested."
Right.
And
So
he was,
because then he's almost insulting you.
yeah, and I've had a guy do this before too, where he was like trying to figure it out. And I was like, I told him an accident happened because I was like, I don't know, an accident. And he was like, "Did you kill someone with your car?" Because I guess because I'm so uncomfortable talking about it, guys don't think about rape, or they try not to, right? Even if they rape a girl,
They
they're
really
like, "This
don't.
isn't rape."
They
You
really
know what I mean?
fucking don't.
That's a shirt. Guys
don't think about rape.
Yeah.
So they're thinking I'm like, I don't want to talk about it because it's embarrassing. Like I went to jail, or like I got a DUI.
Oh, they
or
thought you were like a
this.
hot
Like
mess.
you did something wrong.
Exactly.
Right.
So then I told him, I was like, "No, I got assaulted by an Uber driver." And he was like, "Oh my God." Like, and then I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. But then I'm like, I don't know how to like.
Well, so I was as you were saying that, I'm like, well, what do you say? And you're like, well, you know, if you get to know me long enough, maybe I'll tell you. But right now,
I think that's my
don't
next
have the
move.
right to hear my story.
Yeah, I think
I read books.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, like, I don't really drink either, but I didn't like get sober. I just don't really drink anymore. And so when I say I don't drink, like, usually there's not a lot of follow-up questions. I'm like, so people maybe can just not ask like follow-up questions about that.
I know. It's
when they
weird.
do-
People press
It's
a little.
I think especially in 2025 when it's so common to not drink alcohol that it's very weird to ask why, unless you are also a sober person and you want to exchange war stories.
Oh, sure. Which could
I
be
think it's a very
comforting.
weird thing to say if someone says I don't drink alcohol, to say like not that no one's ever asked me, because when people say why, I go, "You're weird." That's a weird thing to ask. Why? Because I don't want to? Like,
exactly. It's like,
I think it's very
obviously the
weird.
answer is not going to
'Cause
be
what-
pleasant.
Yeah, well, what they're saying though is that they think it's weird you don't want to.
But also, like, it doesn't even have to be unpleasant, because, like, mine's not like a crazy reason. It's just like,
You just don't feel like it
I've
anymore.
lived a lot of life, and I just realized that, like, alcohol is, like, not really good for you, and it doesn't make things better, and it, like, so makes you, like, look worse and feel worse. Like,
Facts,
it's not
really.
like I mean,
lot
it's not like a
upside.
crazy, you know,
Maybe I'll just start
story.
saying that.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
I honestly.
it's poisonous for your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And,
trying
like,
to be an actress, and I'm
Yeah.
33, so I
Weed
gotta
is-
look as young as possible.
Weed is much less devastating to your body. Like if we're looking at substances that people use, and it's like, yeah, no, alcohol. Yeah.
Well, I just, I don't know. I mean, and like,
literally poisoning
listen, I am
yourself.
not anti-drinking. I love drinking. Do not regret it. Have some of the best times of my life drunk. Like, love it. But yeah, it's not, I don't know. Just don't do it anymore.
I know
Very much, yeah.
So
You
I
can just say you don't feel like it anymore.
yeah, I
Because
think
you
I'm
don't
just
owe
gonna
everybody
start-
the absolute truth.
I
on a
know,
date.
I know, and it's
I mean, as somebody who gives everybody the absolute truth way too often when they don't deserve it, I do get it. 'Cause
No,
it's like,
I-
well,
it's
why
something
shouldn't I
I'm
be able to be
learning.
honest? You know, like,
And unfortunately,
who cares? I'm not ashamed of what happened. It just happened.
I
Like,
think a lot of things, like, so this is something I've been observing is like, I think when someone learns that like you've been raped early on, a lot of men in 2025 are digesting that as like, this girl's gonna be a headache somehow. And like, that's not at all what it is, but it's almost like the fact that you had like have the courage to like speak out and advocate for yourself, that somehow to some men is categorized as like feminist problem. And it's like, no, this is highlighting that men are terrorizing us and have been, and we're finally saying something about it. Like, I really think like the way that people have turned on feminism includes sexual assault.
well, that's the same guy that's like, can't even hug a girl anymore.
yes,
sure.
No, it's don't rape. That's all it is. Don't rape.
exactly.
yeah. So I was really in my head. Actually, like this past couple of weeks, like, is it because I said all that shit? But then I'm like, well, it did happen, and I can't change it.
Oh,
so
no,
if
no.
that's,
Fuck that specific guy. Just
but
in
that's-
general, I think it's a really interesting thing, like, you know, just because we talk about it so much on this show.
We really do because it happens to so many people.
And then unfortunately,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
As comics, we hear men speaking unfiltered when we shouldn't. So I feel like I don't know if this is the same for you, but like, I just feel like as a female comic, I just hear men speak unfiltered in a way that like my life would be so much better if I didn't hear this.
I heard a comedian one time talking about how the premise of the joke was how women can just lie about rape and you can just say that.
Good
and
one.
Like, yeah, I know. And I said because I was working at this company at the time and he worked there, I said like, I don't think you should make that joke. Like that's not helpful.
Yeah.
And then, I ended up,
I would love to hear the punchline because it was
not
good.
well. No, it wasn't a good joke at all. There was the whole. It was just that was the premise. That was the joke. It's just women can lie about rape, and I was like, I wouldn't say that because like.
You're a fucking asshole.
I do believe some women lie. Okay, true, but way more guys rape.
Right.
Like that's way more of a problem.
Well, and comedically, looking at it purely comedically, it's not a strong premise because anyone can lie about anything. That's what lying is.
Literally.
What's your joke about the invention of lying? Like
he lies to himself about his.
And it's also kind of a creepy joke. It's like, are women
weird.
lying that you're raping them all the time? Like, is this an issue for you?
Why are you saying this joke?
Yeah, what's the point of this joke?
Guy that brings that shit up, I'm like,
so it's someone who's getting ahead of their own problems.
Yeah.
How
did that conversation go? Like, what did he say in response?
He was like, "Sorry if I hurt your feelings," and I was like, "You didn't hurt my feelings.
Hurt your feelings.
Okay, little girl. That's what he's saying.
Oh my god, that's so demeaning.
And I was like, "No, you didn't really hurt my feelings. I'm just telling you that joke's not going to work and it's not going to do well for you."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, okay." And like,
I would have been like, upload it right now to TikTok.
Yeah. See how it goes. See how it goes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I to that point, it's like sometimes I hear people say things and I'm like, whatever.
You're a fucking idiot.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But I do think men have this weird relationship to rape because they
don't get raped.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why they do, but not as frequently. But yeah.
I mean, they certainly do, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But the amount of women that are rape victims is a lot higher. But that's also why like guys are afraid to go to jail. There was this one thing I saw on Instagram. This profile, this account I follow made an interesting point of like, I think guys are afraid of the gay like when guys are afraid of gay men hitting on them, it's because they know how men are. And they know that when a man is sexually attracted, like they know that a man has a higher probability of taking what he wants when he wants to fuck someone like that. And I was like, I never thought of that.
Oh, I've never thought of that
That's
either.
a very interesting point. It's not because like, I don't want people to think I'm gay. If you're not gay, who gives a fuck? And if you're gay, who gives a fuck, right?
Well, talk to any father who's overprotective of his daughter. And
because they know how men are.
They know how bad men are. And they will openly say that when they're a girl dad.
I know.
But they like to keep it a little secret until they're a girl dad.
Yeah.
How about be a girl dad to your, the women on the planet?
Yeah.
How about girl dad me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just, I'm trying not to say it as much. When it first happened the first year.
I love like you just go into therapy like I'm working on not talking about my rape on the first date.
Yeah, I'm like
great.
Topics. Like it's kind of like when I'm bombing.
Like you're autistic.
Yeah, it's like when I'm bombing
like
on stage. I'll just like go to my darkest
and I was
jokes.
raped 5 years ago, and then I was like,
oh my god.
Yeah. Part of me is like, is this an avoidance strategy? Like I'm just trying to push a guy away so that like I don't. Have to be in a relationship, and I'm like, maybe that's something I need to work on,
or maybe not. I don't know. How do you know?
I don't know.
But do you feel like serious question? Do you feel like being in a relationship is punishment? Because I felt that way for a long time. So I'm asking from like a knowing place because I truly felt like I would, or like picking like really chaotic people because you're like, I actually really hate being in a relationship. So like, let's just do this for like 3 months just to like do it, and then you did it, and then you're like, oh, we broke up. Sorry. Yeah,
I my whole shtick is basically I want a boyfriend, but it truly, anytime I like actually like start to date someone, I get to know them. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It's like for me, it's like I wanted a day job really bad, and now I have one, and I actually do really like my day job. I'm not trying to shit on it.
Yeah,
the people are great, whatever, but it's still a day job.
Sure,
and at least I get money out of that.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about a relationship, but I'm not getting any money out of it.
Money, yeah.
So I don't know.
What are the benefits?
Yeah, what are the benefits?
I think
I'm
we're
not
just
sure.
kind of trained from a very young age to want it. I think that's it.
Because I genuinely really like my relationship now, but I never like now that I feel it, I go, oh, I never felt that before.
I do want to be. I've had one relationship where I like really loved my boyfriend, and it was a very loving relationship. But I was drinking too much, and I was like, I want to be a famous stand-up comedian. Bye.
Hell yeah.
I'll see you later, mister.
Yeah, literally. He dodged a bullet, but I haven't met anyone, and any guy I've liked, they don't feel the same way. So I'm like, there's got to be.
Really?
I got to be avoiding this somehow.
What is there like a specific type of guy you like, or is it varied?
I would say physically it varies, but mentally it's pretty much the same, which is very avoidant.
Yeah. So it's like two avoiding each other.
Yeah. Well, I get love bombed a lot and I fall for it because, again, I'm a little cocky and I'm like, of course.
No, we
all
all
fall
talked
for
about
love
that.
Yeah, I literally.
It
like,
feels great to be love bombed until you know until you realize what's happening. But like before you realize that beautiful ignorant bliss, sign me up.
But you're not cocky. Like when people are love bombing me, like previously when I didn't know what it was, I go, finally, two people who agree on one thing that I'm great. Like, you know,
and that's the thing. It's like if a guy likes you, he'll let you know. So then I'm like, oh, he just really likes me. He's letting me know. Whereas other guys I've dated didn't like me.
Yeah.
And
you knew
this
and
guy.
Like, professionals will tell you, like, usually there's two types of people who like people who don't like them and chase the people who don't like them, or someone who likes them. And I go, well, I'm that type of person. And everyone acts like I'm like some arrogant, crazy person for liking people who like me back. I go, I think that about you guys. Yeah. Who the fuck would like, number one thing in a relationship is that you like someone that likes you. Like,
yeah,
that's how I feel.
Mutual.
Right?
There's so many guys who I gave a chance because I thought they really liked me and physically.
Oh, me too.
And then
I've given some questionable people a chance. Yeah.
And then they're dumping me and I'm like, how is this happening?
Yes.
Like, what is going on?
Yes.
So I need to figure it out, but
it's trial and error, baby.
Yeah. My friend was like, are you going to go on more dates? I'm like, I don't know. It's just, it feels exhausting to start over. You know, it feels like a video game when you lose all your lives and you're like, fuck, I have to go back to,
Yeah.
But I'm getting better at, holding off physically. I've gotten really good at that, but now I need to hold off emotionally.
Do you have like things that you're looking for in a guy, like 5 like qualities or ways that he lives his life that that are like, definites for you?
I think so.
But can I ask what they are?
I'm like money.
That's fine. If that's
can
important
support
to you.
yourself.
I've always been very loud that money's not important, and then I do regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I retrospectively, I go, I should have added
for everything.
I should have added money.
Yeah. They don't have to be like super rich. Like I'm not talking evil rich, but I like a guy who's motivated and enjoys working.
Right.
And kind is very important. Mm-hmm. Smart. Mm-hmm. Family oriented. Mm-hmm. And funny.
Yeah.
Those are good
I
qualities.
think those are fair.
I think that's really fair. I mean, you're never going to find it.
No, I don't think I am.
Good luck, but...
and I've sacrificed the looks. I have. I'm like, you know what?
When you date down in looks, and then they're like, it's not working for me. You're a fucking idiot.
It's horrible.
But then you feel like an asshole, and you're like, now this is bad for everybody involved.
Yeah, I actually try to go hotter than me usually. Yeah, that's really. I like to do someone who's better looking than me.
I'm gonna start doing that. 2026 is I'm gonna start dating up.
Highly recommend this.
And I need to detach. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to be so attached. But it's hard. It's hard when you're like getting excited.
Attachment is part of a bond, right? And it's like that's part of it. That's part of why dating can be really fun. It's because like when you form that healthy attachment, it's lovely.
It's so nice.
Yeah,
and it's so nice to have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
I think
ChatGPT.
I think the holding back physically is good though. Like it's annoying because it feels like when people say it feels just like very slut shamey. But I do feel like it does leave opportunity to or a bond in other ways that you could that could be glossed over. Like things that aren't working that could be glossed over if you're having great sex.
Right. So true.
Like
so true.
I was like going through a medical procedure when I met my current boyfriend, and so that's why it was just like I wasn't medically allowed to have sex. So that's why we didn't. And because I would not have chosen that organically, but I really do feel like it helped.
For me, I just get attached emotionally.
Mm-hmm. When you have sex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I do.
I do.
I kind of do too.
I don't.
I wish I could fuck a rando.
Yeah, I used to be able to. I don't know. I can't do it anymore. And so I think by holding off, I'm not like as mentally
That's smart.
insane because I'm like, well,
It's just like knowing yourself and
Yeah. And then it becomes more of a, it doesn't feel so I don't know. Like when you have sex with someone, it feels like everything's personal now. Whereas like if you don't, it's like, well, we met a few times, but like,
right.
we
You
weren't
can easily
intimate.
detach easily. Yeah.
Yeah, like I gave myself like I hate saying it that way, but like you kind of did.
It's the physically the closest you ever will be to another human being, other than being in your mother's womb. So there's a lot of emotional
wish I could
attachments
go
to
back.
that.
That sounds
to
nice.
to the womb.
Yeah, that honestly sounds so good right now.
It's a warm bath. Get in that bathtub, baby. Got
love
that soaking tub.
Yeah. No, I think too, when I do give them sex, there's a part of me that feels like I lost a little when they break up with me. I'm like, I gave them what he wanted. And then I'm like, if I don't do it, then I'm like, I feel like he didn't get what he wanted.
But then, if they
which
hang
is like
in
a
there
fucked up thing to think.
But if you hang in there until you have sex, then you could also rightfully or wrongfully think that like, oh, they just, I don't know. That's
like how long can we be waiting?
my old therapist, who I let go of, I actually am using ChatGPT Pro right now. Which
me too, and it's kind of the same as the
my therapist was just like very like, she's like, you should wait 10 dates to sleep with a guy, and I was like, that feels like a lot.
That's a long time.
In New York City, I'm like 10 dates
In your 30s, that's a lot.
In your 30s, and also if your body is feeling it and you want to fuck, like
I would if a guy didn't fuck me,
10 days.
within
10 days
like
is a
that's
lot.
way too
5,
long.
I would not see him anymore.
That's what my guy friends said.
would say,
They're
like,
have
4?
fun being celibate for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I think you could go 5 max. I don't. More than that is crazy.
Yeah.
I think it also depends on how close are these dates. Like over what period of time are they taking place? I think that also has to be.
Also, sometimes
into.
you meet somebody, and that's why I like meeting in person. Like I've given so many guys my number in person, and we've gone out, and honestly, usually doesn't go well. But because I'm like, oh, you weren't anything that I thought you were,
I know.
but my body was attracted to you, so I do think that is a good start. And it's like if you go out. It's so rare to go out on a first or second date even and want to fuck for as me. I'm like, ugh. But then third, fourth, I'm like, okay, now I think you're hot because I didn't think you were hot earlier.
Yeah,
You need to really get into them, like their psyche and who they are as a person.
Yeah, especially because I've been dating ugly guys, so I'm like, I need to
You got to really
get to
impress
know
me,
them.
dude.
Yeah, I need to go to some nice restaurants and then turn it on.
Are you meeting these ugly guys on Hinge or?
A couple ugly guys I went out with.
So this is our promo for Hinge right now.
Yeah, they were from Hinge.
Yeah.
But they had interesting prompts, and I was
Which is
like,
great.
yeah.
Oh, a funny prompt is great.
Yeah, and I was like, if he's not the best looking, but then he'll love me.
Yeah.
But also
And
too, like
he
when
doesn't.
you can also form a crush on a guy who's like ugly in quotes, and then because it's not, I don't know, women like looks are cool, but like I don't get that much pleasure out of just staring at your face and not knowing what's going on in your mind.
I actually
That's
don't like a
my
really.
ultimate pleasure, staring at a hot man's face and not knowing what he's going on. You
don't like a guy too hot.
Yin and yang, baby.
I don't know, when a guy's too hot, I'm just like, your life has been too easy.
Sure.
Oh.
Because I witnessed
Well, that's
hot
why
guys.
you're there to take care of that. Your karma.
Yeah, and then
not
I
gonna
just
be easy
trauma dump,
anymore.
and they're like, whoa, like.
Yeah, how about some hardships, Tyler? How about some hardships?
Justice, bitch.
Well, that's the thing I've noticed about dating guys is like, I went out with this guy and he was very avoidant. He love bombed me and then wasn't avoidant. And my friend was like, he just like hasn't recovered because 5 years ago his girlfriend cheated on him with his best friend. I was like,
I'm so sad.
I was like, like 5 years ago, I could top him.
Right.
Not that there's a competition, but I'm just like,
It kind of is in that.
But
when
it
it's that,
it's
it
like
is.
you're gonna blame that on your shitty behavior for the next 5 years. I just don't have the sympathy for it. I don't feel bad for you. Like, of course that sucks that she did that, but like,
Yeah.
You have to heal from that.
yeah, and he was one who was like, yeah, I've never seen a therapist. I don't really need one. And then like his
Sick
behavior,
brag, bro.
yeah. His behavior, I'm
brag.
like, okay.
But then men who, and like, so I do believe a lot of times like a woman, deceiving a guy, big air quotes, being a human in some ways, sets the pathway for men, going from sweet to, monsters. I really do see this pattern a lot. But then but if that's true and men can recognize that, then they should have a lot more empathy for why women are, as difficult as we are, because they sure have a lot to say about that. And it's like, well, you're also acting this way because you were hurt earlier. So like, why is it? Why do you not care when you hurt us and then our personalities change? Like the same thing is happening to you.
100%.
And because I really think about that. Like I do want to try to, take ownership, because I do think there are, I've seen several young men go from like sweet to not sweet. And these are not all, not people I've dated, but just, over varied things. Like I've seen that happen to people. And I can trace it back to something bad happened with a woman that now makes them treat women differently. So I understand and I want to have empathy, but I'm like, that's also why we're like this.
But when women get their heart broken, we make art.
That? Like, well, men make art too,
sure.
But, I don't know. I don't consume
Not
that.
enough.
There is a weird switch, I think.
Yeah, and it is, but men, like ours is just like, anti-men, and theirs turns like actually violent towards women. Ours doesn't turn violent.
No.
I mean, it's just not, just not really female. But it's like, how do you not noticing this, guys? Like,
yeah. No, it's interesting. I know. I had one guy was like telling me that all of his exes were crazy.
No. Ultimate red flag.
I know, but
ultimate red flag.
The way he described the situations with these girls, I was like, those are crazy stories. Like one girl pretended to be pregnant to talk to him again.
The common denominator is him.
Yeah. One girl, like, she tried to get him to marry him within 6 months. It was like all these crazy stories. And then he like did this like avoidant shit with me and then ghosted me. And I was like, they probably went crazy on your ass because you love bombed them and then pulled away, and they probably did some crazy shit. But they went crazy. I see how they got there.
They probably ain't even like you, but you fucking did the tricks to land a person to another place because you knew the human psyche little key code to make them fucking
in the gaps now. Like, so that like woman who was pregnant or who said she was pregnant, it's like, well, now we know why she had to make up a lie that big, because you wouldn't text her back.
Exactly.
And now we all understand her.
Maybe it's not Tanya's fault.
That did sound crazy until you just told me the other part of his behavior, and I go, well, you sometimes get someone to text you back.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for the sake of closure.
It was just one of those things where I was getting ghosted. I was like, oh, I see how these bitches got here.
Right.
Yeah. I know exactly how they got here. And so now anytime a guy says, oh yeah, I dated this girl, she was crazy, I'm like,
no. I would leave the restaurant right then and there.
Because I've gone crazy twice, like
for sure.
What is, and I have too, but what is yours?
One guy, he bailed on me like 5 times.
That's
and
fucked up.
I was going to Miami for New Year's. He asked me to fly down early to like gave me this itinerary, then bailed on me the whole weekend.
Okay, so he prompted he wasn't acting sane.
No, he's not well.
Yeah.
But he was like so hot. It was just like this long thing. It lasted over a year. And then I had taken a bunch of shrooms and I sent him like 140 text messages.
Nice.
Of like this stream of consciousness that's like basically, I hope you die. And I told him if I ever see him again, I will murder him.
Oh, so you actually are violent.
No, I was like, I would murder you if I saw you. And he's actually my neighbor. So I see him now probably once or twice a week.
Did you patch things up?
Yeah, like how did
we just look away. We look away.
He didn't take you to court over that?
No, I don't know if I said murder, but I was like, I don't know if I exactly said murder, but I was like, I don't know what I said, but it was like,
you're on mushrooms, so it's probably like, push you to another realm.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't, I don't think it was actually murder.
You could be talking to your great grandma.
I take that back.
Bitch. But it was like whatever, the lack of existence on a mushroom trip.
It might have been like, I hope you die, but it was like,
that to guys.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
I hope you die is fine.
Yeah, it wasn't an actual threat, but it was like, you are seriously a fucked up person, and like I wouldn't care if you died or something like that. Then
do you ever see him on dates and then just like have a little card that says don't date?
That's so fun.
I
like do it.
I'm just embarrassed because he was crazy, but like my text to him outweighed the crazy. I think it's like, yes, he's not a good guy, but if he were to show anyone those text messages, like
you have to be a little bit nice to him so he doesn't show anyone those texts. I get it.
I would be back in rehab 100%. So
did he respond to the texts ever?
He called me the next day.
And
Okay,
said, what?
And he said, yeah, I don't think this is going to work out.
Oh, really? Oh, why not? Why don't you think it's going to work out?
I said, I had sobered up and I was like, yeah, I had said to him, because he kept being like texting me, and then he would like accidentally text me and he'd be like, can we go out to dinner?
Accidentally.
And then he was like doing all this
I don't know.
shit. And I was like, hey, I really shouldn't. This was like actually a year after everything had happened. And I said to him, I said, hey, like, I'm actually not mentally well, so I wouldn't fuck with me. That's what I said to him.
Good warning.
And he
Ooh. I feel
continued to fuck with me.
He did? Oh,
and then that's when I like literally went off on him, and I was like, I told you not to fuck with me.
I love this for you.
And
You did warn him.
I did warn him. I did say
That was pretty nice of you.
So then when he called, I was like, look, I'm really embarrassed by my behavior, but you have to understand how I got here. He goes, I actually do. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I don't think it's going to work out between us. Like, I don't know if this is a good basis for, I was like, there's no basis at all. There's no base for a relationship at all. Like, we never met up. Like, you kept bailing on me. And I was like, yeah, I'm actually like, I need to like really get sober. So like, I would appreciate it if you actually never contact me again. And he was like, yeah, no problem.
Challenge accepted.
Like, I was like, please don't like ever try to text me again. He was like, yeah.
It would be my delight, madam.
Yeah. I was like, you're fine.
Oh my God.
So I was that's just, so I've been crazy. And, but honestly, like, anytime I hear a girl's been crazy, I'm like, I bet she had a reason to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever
one
heard a
time
man say a girl's crazy, and then, you know, after I was done in the relationship with the man, was like, oh no, I'm sure it was, you know.
Definitely her.
Yeah, definitely her. Like, I've never felt that way. I every time I'm like, oh, should have been listening to that girl.
Sometimes I have friends who like the way they
Handle shit.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, it's not like, you might not want to send that text. Or
Oh, yes, 100%. I have many female friends who I would
That's
be like,
putting it nicely.
I would not recommend this. Per
Yeah.
se.
yeah.
I've definitely gone off on a guy where he could absolutely probably did call me crazy, and I was very well deserved. I said, I hope you die. I hope when you go home tonight, I hope you get hit by a car slowly. And all he did was invite his brother along to our bowling. We were bowling, and he invited his brother.
And that's why you got pissed?
Yeah, I was also on I was 19. I was on birth control. That like it made me a little
19
weird.
doesn't count.
She had a medical condition.
19
Yeah.
doesn't count. You were a teenager.
She was sick.
Yeah.
I think I was 31, 30. I was a little old. I was a little old to be sending off those text messages.
That's so funny.
You did
though.
warn him though.
I did warn him. I did. And it was a wake up call because I was taking shrooms for a while, and I was taking
How often?
Adderall. I was like microdosing every day.
Okay. Was it a microdose?
No,
What is it? Oh, okay.
no. I was just popping a shroom every morning, and
Yeah, microdosing is just doing mushrooms.
yeah, I was doing
Every day.
shrooms, and so I was a little like manic, a little unwell, and so I flushed all my drugs down the toilet, and I was like, I need to get help. Like I'm like, this is so. I read the text, and it was just like, this is another rock bottom. I was like, I gotta not do this.
You
Yeah.
really are good at recognizing it, though, when it finally comes time to it.
I mean, they're pretty low.
Yeah, well,
Well, but you see it.
Like you see 100, you see that sea of blue is like, I still sometimes will like, I'll be in like a work meeting and I'll be like, oh my God. And I had mutual friends with that guy.
Scrolling.
oh my God.
So I was just like, I'm just like, oh my God, these people think I'm fucking insane. But I mean, I guess they know me. So they know I'm a little crazy, but like, when you go crazy at a guy, you always hope it's someone you'll never see again and you have no connection to. But this guy I have multiple mutual friends with, and he lives across the street from me. So I'm like,
Hate that for you.
good morning. You know? How are you?
I hate
So
being,
it's very embarrassing.
yeah.
Damn.
Shit. Well, dude, this has been fun.
Yeah.
This has been really fun.
Yeah, thanks for having. I feel like once again I trauma dumped.
No, well, that's like
I guess
kind
it's
of
a podcast.
That's what this is for.
But also, I don't want small talk. I
So
want to
we're-
like
we're-
what
yeah.
what experiences do you have? Everybody's a walking library. I want to know.
Yeah,
You know
we're,
what I
we're
mean?
doing it here,
It's a safe
so you
space
don't do
trauma.
it other places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just send them the link, really.
Yeah. Or not. Or don't.
No. No.
Put the link on your dating profile.
I'm like thinking about making a fake Instagram. So like when guys look me up, it's like pictures of me like at
Like
you
at
know,
the
in
mall.
Central Park.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
That's actually really smart. I think all female comedians need to have a Finsta for dating.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime someone like would ask like, oh, can I like see a show like early on? I'd be like,
No.
absolutely not.
No.
You need to
You
get to know the
cannot.
real me, not performance me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
My therapist even said, oh, do you want me to listen to your podcast? I go, no.
No.
What? No, absolutely not.
No, thank you. I feel the same way.
Well, speaking of Instagram, where can we find you on Instagram?
Your
want to
Instagram's
follow
very funny.
you.
Oh, thank you. It's at Hans Dickie, HANSDICKIE.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I feel like let's curate a whole 2026 goals. Curate a whole thing with you in a bonnet.
Totally different personality.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy followers and likes to make it just look so normal.
Yeah.
How much are followers?
I don't know.
It's
Okay.
gonna be even like scarier than when you like reveal the real you, but it'll be
when
so
they find my
fun.
real
That'll be
Instagram,
so
Yeah.
fun though.
That would be.
it's gonna be like finding a dead body in a freezer. Like
well, yeah,
women's
because like
version.
Can you handle it? Are you
one of
man
your clips
enough?
is gonna go
Are you man
viral
enough?
and it's gonna just come across their Instagram.
Wait, this is the same. Wait, huh?
She looks familiar. Say you have a twin sister who's a really funny comedian.
That's great.
Make
I
it
support
even-
this. I
make
support
it-
this.
We're just,
I changed my name. I wear a wig.
Yeah.
yeah, my
Could be
sister
fun.
also named Hannah.
Wait, I kind of want to get like a black bob wig with bangs and be a different person.
Do it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like
Why not?
the internet is
fake
hurting our
tattoos.
brains so much. Like, let's have it fixed. Oh, also, I wanted to say before we get off, but for ChatGPT, well, first of all, don't move to Illinois because it's illegal to get therapy on ChatGPT there.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I was like,
State by state.
I go, sounds like big therapist is taking over. I go, I don't trust that for 1 second, but. Also, Bernie Sanders has been talking about this a lot because, obviously ChatGPT very bad for the environment, but also what I have a theory that all these billionaires are like taking everything and like I use it too, but they're taking all our information. And so if we're telling them all these things as women, like our deepest, most personal things,
gonna go, ugh.
I'm so curious how they're going to monetize this and then somehow create a fake cure and sell it back to us. But I just
'Cause
feel
you know they will.
No, I feel like this is definitely happening. Because like that's what Bernie's, he's the first person who I've like, people are either like, it's the devil, don't use it, don't even ever look at it. Or I use it all the time. And I'm like, I think there's a medium here.
Yes.
And what he's been talking about is that like, yes, it's a this technology that can help us and it's not inherently bad. But what is bad is that it's owned by a very small, the technology is owned by and operated by a small group of billionaires, all of whom are fucking men. So I just feel like
That
they're
can't be
farming
good.
our information and our deepest, darkest
Damn,
secrets
these bitches are
to then
crazy.
somehow create a product that they will then market and that we will like need to exist emotionally or something.
I mean, I'm down to try it. to be
Yeah, me
fair.
too. I want to see what kind of support
Bring
it
it
provides
on.
me.
I'll take
what
it.
if it can provide me with some high quality mental support.
And on that note, guys, follow Hanna Dickinson. Catch her if she's doing stand up near you. This has been Guys We Fuck, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday. Bye.